back to Sidelines, part 2. Get back into this, y'all. So, we had a conversation a minute ago. The best in the NBA. So, we all know who we think the best is. So, comparing up to the best. Is Michael Jordan really the Thanos of the NBA? Is there no one who can touch him?
Of his era?
Period.
Definitely.
No, period. Like the LeBron conversations, the Steph Curry conversation, the Magic Johnson conversation. Is Michael Jordan the Thanos of the NBA?
I look at it like he brought you something to look at. It's like, who invented the dunk? What, Dr. J? He invented the dunk.
I mean, there was dunks before that, but
then you got different people that did different type of dunks, and you be like, oh, that was totally different. But yeah, MJ, yeah, he that person you're gonna always give props to because he gave you a different way to look at the game. But me, myself, LeBron, I like LeBron for the simple fact he came in as not even a grown man. And to take it the way he did it and still be out there, we seen Jordan try to play when he was 40. I don't think he.
So you trying to say? So you
hold on, man.
So wait,
go ahead.
So hold on. Are you saying that LeBron James is the Thanos?
I feel like this. I look at him better because put it like this: who is the emphasis that LeBron kept losing to? Now, who did Michael Jordan keep losing to? It's somebody called Larry Bird, right?
No, he didn't keep losing to him.
Oh, he didn't keep losing to Larry Bird?
He did lose to Larry Bird a few times.
So you going to give LeBron grace for coming in as a kid, but you going to fault Jordan for losing when he first got into the league to Bird?
He was still a grown man.
Man, check this out,
and lost more than once to Bird. Look it up.
LeBron.
Look it up. How many times he lost to Bird?
LeBron.
So wait, hold on. So let me ask you this. So chill.
23 without talking about 33.
So you trying to say?
He didn't start winning till what number came.
So hold on.
I like that. I like Pippen. I like Pippen.
So wait, are you saying that? You saying that Larry Bird is the Thanos killer?
Wait, y'all.
He did something to that boy.
Michael Jordan lost to Larry Bird a total of 17
in his career.
So are you telling us that Larry Bird is the Thanos killer?
It's something about 33.
Man.
And guess what? Jordan needed a 33 to help him. Now, what number was Larry Bird? What number was Larry Bird?
Man,
what you got over
it's
here,
irritating me. You really trying to sell this, right?
What number was Larry Bird?
All right, hold on.
First of all,
what you got, bro?
What number was Larry Bird?
Okay.
33.
30. See, he needed help from a 33 to help. Because 133 been whooping his ass. So guess what? Pip had to come in.
I'm a Pippen fan. I'm never gonna hate
on
Pippen.
I'm saying? He needed help.
I feel like without no Pippen.
Look, you didn't notice where this coming from.
I see you said it already.
You didn't notice where the Arkansas.
But dog, you really launching right now. You tripping. Hey, I'm just being real with you.
That man whooped him how many
times? I'm gonna tell you like this. The difference between LeBron and Michael is this. Everybody in the league respect LeBron. All right? Yeah. They know he come to the court. That's LeBron. When Jordan was in the league, they feared Jordan, dog. They did not want to see that man come into their building. You not trying to play Michael Jordan.
He ain't scared Larry Bird.
Man, come on, man.
He scared of Detroit Pistons.
Hey, Larry Bird.
How many times did he lose to Isaiah now and the Bad Boys?
So he was just supposed to come in straight from...
They three-peated on that boy.
So he was supposed to come in straight in the league and dominate.
I'm thinking Jordan got three-peated on, right?
I feel what you're saying.
So he was supposed to come straight in the league and dominate. To a team, you gotta remember the Chicago Bulls had absolutely nobody.
So like Cleveland Cavaliers had absolutely nobody.
Man.
And a young man, what was he, 19 years old?
So hold on. So
when did it happen though? Didn't he have to leave?
Wait.
Come back?
Come back and say I'm the king.
I'm from right there. Hold on. I'm from right there.
Oh, you from the land.
Thomas beat Michael Jordan
10 times in his career.
Jordan beat Isaiah Thomas
12 times. And then what does Isaiah Thomas do? He got up out the way because he knew Jordan was taking over.
Producer, can you see how many times the Knicks beat Michael Jordan?
Just
for argument's sake.
Just for argument's sake. Jordan. Look.
So are you saying that?
Can I be real? LeBron.
Do you feel like Jordan was the Thanos of the league?
I do. I feel like
even with Bird beating him,
First of all, he said even with Bird beating him. First of all,
I'm just saying, like that's what we just said.
Like I said, Bird got up out the way.
We ain't talking about the other Birdman. What happened
First
to
of
that,
all,
boy? We talking about
Put some respect on his name.
y'all gonna put some respect on Jordan's name. It's two different leagues they playing in. First of all.
It is.
The game is completely changed.
It is.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was getting the hell beat out of him and still putting up them numbers. If he played in today's league and you can't touch him, what you think he averaging?
Oh,
He putting up them points.
And Jordan back in his era, he could do the push off and shoot.
But see, I'm saying, I think Jordan played better with the contact.
Huh? He do. I wake him up. He like that. Jordan.
He liked that competitive nature.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying LeBron. He obviously built for it, but we don't know. We don't know. He might have got beat up in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. Jordan was not. You knock him down.
I agree with you.
You knock him down.
I feel like Jordan mentally. I agree.
Mentally,
with you.
there's nobody ever
Jordan.
played basketball. The closest one to him is Kobe.
It's
Kobe. That's the only person that's close to him. But Jordan, they're natural competitors. I feel like LeBron's not. Jordan was playing basketball and then get off the court.
Okay.
He go play cards till 3:00 in the morning.
Okay. Speaking of cards, we're gonna
wake up and play another game.
We're gonna put everybody cards on the table right now. We're gonna put everybody cards on the table.
What?
Michael LeBron.
Michael
LeBron.
Michael or LeBron?
I gotta go MJ.
Thank you.
You gotta go MJ.
At least somebody got some sense in here. What is that?
I
What's going on in Arkansas, man?
I think Michael Jordan is the
That's that
Thanos.
Scottie Pippen in you.
Michael Jordan is the Thanos of the league.
But yeah, of course, overall, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be like, yeah, MJ. But it's just the way.
And I 100.
Michael Jordan never lost the finals.
And I 100% agree with what you said that Michael Jordan was 100% feared, and LeBron James is 100% respected in the league.
Man, I'm telling you.
100%.
I'm telling you because you can't hate on LeBron. He definitely top what? He top 3, top 2 all time.
Yeah,
what?
he is.
Jordan, what?
Okay.
Will.
Okay, but this is the thing about it too, though. This is what a lot of people, you know how they talk about super teams and all this stuff now?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you look at when Michael played and look at that roster, you tell me that they didn't have a 3-point specialist on that team.
Yeah. But that's what you had.
Defensive people on that team.
But that's what you had to have.
What you had this conversation the other day. I told him
he said LeBron never had a triangle. They never had a coach that had a good coach. LeBron got to go out there and do it himself. He don't really have no good coach.
And that's the difference between the NBA now. But that's the difference between the NBA now and the NBA then. They let the players run the league.
Yeah, they let the players.
The players wasn't running the league back then.
Yeah,
Jordan was the first person that put like his own, like, oh no, I'm wearing these shoes no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I take the fine. I take the fine. But other than that, it was a coaches league. You knew good coaches. You know what I'm saying? And good teams. It was more team play. Now, these kids, they making millions. Cooper Flagg made $24 million in college last year. He ain't even got to really come to the league.
That NIL.
He ain't got to come to the league. They come in the league already like,
yeah.
What's up? What's up? You walking on the court like your head too big already, man. I don't like it. I don't like it
no wrong, but I do think that they do need to get them some money because
I do think
because everybody else making money off of it.
It is fair for them to get that money.
If you get some money because you get injured,
especially if you build up your likeness and you build up your name as your own product, you should be able to. I mean, for years these colleges and places been getting money off these kids' backs and selling jerseys and making money off of Nike and Adidas. So it's only fair that these kids get their just due. Like, maybe
it changed the league, though. You see what I'm saying? It changes the league and I agree with you. I absolutely agree that kids in college, if they making money off of your back, you need to be getting paid. If your name is on the back of that jersey and everything like that, they selling your likeness, you absolutely should be getting paid because the college is getting rich.
Yeah, because who was it? Chris Webber. Chris Webber said he couldn't afford KFC and went and seen that that they had his. He couldn't even afford to. He said he couldn't even afford to pay for his own jersey,
and that's absolutely crazy.
And that was
hanging
just
up
wrong.
in the damn
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You making money off my name? It's like, you know, it's another form of economic slavery.
But Michael's still better than LeBron.
Man, MJ gonna always be considered as that one you look
All
up
right,
to.
It's the GOAT. It's not a discussion.
next
But he ain't
topic.
that one I look forward to.
Next topic.
It's a
GOAT.
difference.
Thanos the GOAT.
Bill Belichick. You know he coaching at UNC now, right?
Easy.
UNC wanted to buy Bill Belichick out of his contract because he had the young girlfriend. But
I thought they had an option. They really want to buy him out.
I think
It's just an option. I don't think it's specifically for that though, right?
I wanted to say it started at $10 million buyout option.
And then it went to $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So then I'm like, damn, do they want to get Bill out of there that bad?
But to me, it's kind of for him and for them. Because that's an easy way for him to get out in case like an NFL team wanted to come get him or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's kind of...
Hey, listen, have you seen Bill's
He's
girl?
going through a midlife crisis, ain't he?
Listen,
He's
have you
going
seen
through a
Bill's
final
girl?
now.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bill's girl?
Yeah, I seen her.
She nice.
I don't
No, she ain't
What you
not
think she
that
did
much
for?
money nice.
Listen, she not that. But the problem is, they say she running Bill Belichick's life. Like,
Yeah, I seen that interview.
She taking over the schedule. She making it. So,
I feel like my man.
do you
know
feel
what
like
I'm
that's
saying?
conflict with the whole football program?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe he needed a secretary. Maybe that's his Monica
See, that's how I
Lewinsky or
felt. Like
something,
maybe that's the secretary. Like he older. I mean,
She
really-
there and she got the skills to do it. And, she wanted
and
to
really
do it, let
all
him
he
do
should
it.
be thinking about right now is football,
Right.
drafting, recruiting, and football.
Long as she ain't on the sideline drawing up no plays. I mean,
Yeah.
what you want me? Let that man live his life. Let him do his thingy thing.
You think Bill Belichick can have a winning season at UNC?
Tell you the truth, even though Belichick done got this and that, I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but I'm cool with his championships. But a lot of them is too questionable, and I look at it like, to me, Belichick wasn't that person I looked at as like a great coach. To tell you the truth,
Okay.
so that's why I look at what he doing now with that young girl. You know what I'm saying?
Them young girls.
Them young girls. I feel like, and that's what's scaring them. They like,
So
you know
you
what?
feel like
They
it was
feel
more
like his
Brady
mind.
than Belichick? You feel like it was more Brady than Belichick?
I
for
feel like
championships?
it was more Brady in politics.
Brady in politics.
In
Now that's
politics.
different.
Because like,
So you mean the NFL wanted them to win?
if you remember that Super Bowl when they was playing Atlanta Falcons, getting whooped like that. Now you see comebacks in the NBA. Now you can run
That
the
was a
clock
hell of-
down.
that was a hell of a
24.
comeback, too.
Now how can you not run your running back or anything?
Yeah.
Why you can't do no? So it's like
say
that
you
to
feel
me
like-
that was no politics. That wasn't even. Why would the coach? You got to lead on somebody like this in football. That's why I'm like, Belichick, you just in a good place at a good time. And you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they ain't respecting his mind right
So
now.
I feel like
So
you can't
speaking
say
of that-
Belichick
so
not a
speaking
good
of that-
coach though, because
I don't
he come
look
from
at
a good
him.
coach.
So hold on.
really look
So
at
hold
him
on. So
like-
speaking
like
of that, would
that.
you say the Raiders had
Coach.
their hand in somebody's pocket
Here you go with
during the
this
Super
again,
Bowl?
man. I thought we was done.
You
with
know the Raiders.
I thought
You know
we
where
was
the
done
Raiders
with
play
that,
at,
man.
right?
You talking about Vegas?
ain't they-
man.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You know where they play at, right? So you know what go on there, right? So
Yeah.
I call them guys the Raiders, where they got their hand in our pocket.
Hands in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, we call
Raider
them the
Nation.
Raiders.
It's only
Yeah.
one nation. It's only one
Yeah,
nation.
and the Raiders Nation.
Raider Nation.
And they've been known for messing up fans and just
And messing up games.
and games and I mean it's
Haters gonna hate.
And like,
you know what I mean?
like the
Haters
Super
gonna hate.
Bowl,
like the soup.
a 24-point
20
come around, huh?
come around.
Oh, they just happen to
They
just
just
not.
happen.
They just not stop running the ball.
Yeah.
They just throwing the ball.
Haters
Yeah.
gonna hate.
I'm just saying, it do
Especially
look-
not nobody talking to me about Tom Brady.
It
You
do
know
look-
I'm not trying to
it
hear
do
nothing
look
about
so-
Tom
don't
Brady.
care nothing about no
They got a
Tom
whole rule made up off of us.
Tom
we was
Brady
supposed to
is
win.
our president.
I know. I
Did you hear
know.
what
Hey, and that's, do you see how hard it is to be a Raiders fan? Do you see how hard it is? That's diabolical.
He done came in
Diabolical.
and just took over.
I looked at it with, I said, man, what is going on, Mr. Davis? What is going on? Because
How do you allow this man?
this
Yeah,
man,
this-
this man threw us into a whole 2 decades of just turmoil.
So hold on.
With one play. We was in the playoffs
So hold
and
on,
never
right.
been back.
So you blaming Tom Brady for the Raiders' downfall?
Their downfall.
I'm sorry. What is he? What's this description in our team now?
Part owner, ownership.
I'm gonna respectfully decline to answer that question
Yeah, because
because I need you.
Did I say politics?
Politics.
Did I say Brody in
Hey,
politics?
you just made a fool like you just got me. You just made a believer out of me.
So speaking of
Okay.
the Indiana
You just shut
Pacers,
me up.
speaking of the Indiana Pacers,
The
the
Pacers.
Indianapolis Colts
Oh, okay.
Coats.
lost their quarterback Anthony Richardson for the year.
Is it?
It looks like the
You hate to see it, huh?
It looks like
That's your
Daniel
boy.
Jones.
Daniel
maybe the
Noble's
starting
boy Jones.
Daniel Jones maybe the
He's playing for
starting
New York.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
they-
He about to go out there. How you gonna feel when you go out there and ball out?
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to him having a
gonna
good
ball
season,
out.
man. I want him to have a good
You
season.
gonna get to see him play.
I want to see him have a good season.
He in our division. You gonna get to see him play.
Yeah, we're gonna bust their ass. Yeah, Titans will bust their ass. Definitely.
Daniel Jones. I think Richardson's career is never gonna happen.
Colts, do you think they make the
I don't think
playoffs?
it's ever gonna happen.
You better say the right thing too.
No, I don't. Cause I'm looking at what else they got. They got rid of they top receiver. You know what I'm
Colts
saying?
ain't going to the playoffs.
They
man.
ain't got nothing. It's ugly there.
Nah.
You think I already know you about to say in their division they might can go.
Nah, I don't think the Colts going to
Okay,
playoffs.
I'm about to
Cause
say.
they got what Titans in their division. They got what you call it?
You got the Titans,
What the Titans gonna
Houston,
do?
and
Houston,
Jacksonville.
yeah, Houston. Them boys was looking good.
They might could go to the
And-
playoffs
yeah.
when you say they division. Jacksonville might sneak up.
Jacksonville
But
might do it last
Houston
year.
though, Houston CJ Stroud or whatever.
No, Houston gonna be there.
Houston gonna be there, so that'll knock them out.
So,
I don't have no
Anyway,
faith
So look,
in
let me
the
ask you this: seeing what we seen in the draft with Cleveland, getting all these quarterbacks. Cleveland got 5 quarterbacks. Do you see one of them trading one of their quarterbacks to a team like the Colts? Now, being that the Colts only got like 1 or 2 quarterbacks, and if so, which quarterback would you think they would trade?
Well, somebody going.
Somebody gotta go. If they bag
if-
ain't already
if
packed
you-
already for them.
If you was
Gonna get
the
up out
Colts, which player would you be partitioning to take over?
And with their offense,
Yeah.
I'll probably be going for either the other rookie, not Shador, or Pickett. I mean, I don't know what Pickett can do either. So far, he ain't proven to be nothing. He played a couple games. For
I think
Philly.
I wouldn't pick Kenny Pickett because I think Kenny Pickett and Daniel Jones play the same game.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they got Daniel Jones. He fit into their offense.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I would, if I'm the Colts and I'm looking to try to get another quarterback on board, I don't want somebody who plays the same exact game.
To be honest, Daniel Jones and the Richardson kid
Wait a
kind of
minute.
play the same game. Richardson run. He's
Didn't-
obviously he's a
wait a
better
minute.
runner than him, but Daniel Jones
Didn't
run
the
the
Colts
ball.
just get rid of Flacco?
Flacco?
Yeah, didn't they just the Colts Flacco? Didn't they?
Either him, it was either them or Baltimore. It
I
was
thought Baltimore.
one of the two, but that might have been a minute ago. Flacco been playing
Yeah.
for 87 years.
Yeah, he doesn't
You know
say.
what I mean?
He
Yeah, I
off
want to
the
say
couch. He been coming
no.
off the couch.
Flacco,
He been back
Flacco
in the
just played
game.
for the Colts last year, so they probably need to get him back.
No,
Because from the looks of it, he might not touch the field.
he's going to be. The Browns are going to keep Flacco. They're not going to let him go nowhere. He's their insurance. He's the only person in the room that got any experience. He's the only person in the room
That's true.
that has any experience with any kind of adversity, anything.
Yeah.
So if it come down to it, and all of them shit to bed, okay, put old Joe in there. You know what I'm saying?
Which quarterback would you take? If you're the Colts,
Flacco ain't going nowhere.
which of the quarterbacks in the Cleveland quarterback room would you take?
I don't know. It's because we're Winston. Because even though he going through the
Play for New York.
Yeah, he played for
they
the
done
Giants.
got rid of okay. Pickens horrible. I don't know because I know Cleveland ain't about to let Shador go.
They can't.
They ain't about to let that go.
They beat some damn fools.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna
After everything that done transpired,
Yeah.
or they better get a hell of a deal for him.
I can see that now. Now, if he come out,
Like some draft, like I would trade Shador. If I was the coach, I would trade for Shador if they gave us some draft picks and maybe a player or two.
so what if the Browns come out and Shador is good, but the kid from Oregon is better? But you know you still got a player in Shador. Now you got a chance to. I think that's why they drafted to him, because they're gonna get rid of one of them.
Yeah,
You're not gonna keep both of them.
Well,
I mean when the money when the years start going down and the money start calculating up, somebody's gonna have to go. Somebody gonna have to go.
Nobody's gonna go into the season with 5 quarterbacks on their roster.
Yeah, but 5 quarterbacks.
Nobody-
Somebody got to go.
So speaking of quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers. Your thoughts? You got some good thoughts on that, Aaron Rodgers?
Of course, he bring experience, but it depends on the Steelers line, you know what I'm saying? The offensive line, because AR is fragile.
If you a Pittsburgh Steelers fans, are you excited to have Aaron Rodgers right now? I just want to know.
I think it's better than what they had last year.
We don't even know.
I
Aaron Rodgers might go out there on the first play and be broke for the rest of the year. He stopped at $13 million now. Y'all got to pay
Russell
him.
Wilson did a good job last year, but
Yeah, and Justin Fields did.
But for some reason, it just everything didn't add up. It didn't look right on the field.
It went flat. That's all it did. But I feel like it's going to do the same damn thing with Aaron Rodgers. It's going to do the same thing.
Put it like this. A mailman still need an address to deliver to. You a quarterback, you need a wide receiver.
Well, he got DK Metcalf. They got DK Metcalf over there.
He got some dust on him.
Look, they
Metcalf only had 5 touchdowns last year.
I see that.
That's what I'm saying.
Pittsburgh, they've been trying to
You
get.
think he's going to get Metcalf for 7 or more touchdowns this year?
Yeah.
He only had 5 last year.
But they ain't have a quarterback to throw the ball, really.
He was dropping some balls, too, when,
He's about to play for the Raiders now.
Do I got to pull up the stats?
Yeah,
Geno was
please.
like 3rd in the league last year.
Yeah, but he wasn't throwing the DK Metcalf.
Man.
He was throwing the Smith and Jim.
So you going to blame Metcalf? I mean, you going to blame Geno? Don't bring Geno into this, man.
He wasn't getting targets. That's why he left. He wasn't happy, man.
Well, you gotta get in where you fit in.
So, with that being said, Aaron Rodgers, you take him, yeah or nay, if you're Pittsburgh.
Honestly, I wouldn't have took him. I feel like he's a problem.
You think they were better off with what they had last year?
I feel like he right now at his stage in his career, I think he brings more issues to your team with everything because he don't shut up. He don't shut up, man. He gonna be on that TV. He gonna talk stuff about your organization.
Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers
and the Steelers
or
locker
Justin
room
Fields?
ain't like that.
Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Justin Fields? Because that's week.
In current situation,
Because that's
taking
week one
Justin Fields.
that's week 1 matchup. So to me, I was looking at it like, damn, Justin Fields gonna get revenge on Pittsburgh, and then I seen, damn, Aaron Rodgers may get revenge on the Jets. So either way, it's a double-edged sword.
Aaron Rodgers
It should be a good game.
Be a facilitator and manager. Justin Fields, he ain't proven either, but he was decent for the Steelers.
I think
he's a game breaker though. You never know what's gonna happen. He could be gone.
The thing with the Jets is, I think Justin Fields got the receivers on the team, and he got the running backs, and he got the defense, but he ain't the gunslinger that the Jets need. See, Pittsburgh, they just picked up.
Fields got an arm though. People just forget about it because they want to run. They do the typical thing when they get an athletic quarterback. They try to turn him into a runner. But he got an arm though.
I know.
He got an arm.
Or maybe that's just the coaching because everybody just turned him into the runner. Or is he not? Or is he not seeing it on the field fast enough?
Well, 2 things can be true at the same time. All right, so he might have a little bit of problem reading the play as quick as he needs to. But that's the reliability of his feet. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need something like he ain't had no line in Chicago and was still making stats, man. He was all over the place, man. You still knew his name. He just never had a chance in Chicago. They didn't take care of him like they taking care of Caleb Williams.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
But
and I felt like he would have had a better year than Caleb Williams would have if he would have stayed on the team.
Geno Smith, 4,320 yards last year, by the way. 4th in the league. Just want to let you know. Don't hate on this, man. You gotta give us some kind of hope, man.
I mean, how many touchdowns did he have?
Oh, you gonna really make me pull up his stats?
Because I'm just saying, you saying he only had 4, then how many did he throw?
How much, man?
Why you pulling that up? OBJ. Do you think OBJ should
have 21?
Okay, that ain't bad.
21 touchdowns.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, don't do me.
So maybe DK Metcalf was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. So with that being said,
see, they broke that thing up in Seattle.
Yeah, they broke it up.
So,
and Lockett, where'd Lockett go?
Why are you talking about quarterbacks? What about Jalen Milroe? You think Sam Darnold gonna stay healthy all year? Milroe just sitting there patiently, quietly behind Sam Darnold. And, Sam Darnold had 1 good year.
Minnesota.
Everybody think he cold now.
No, wait. Milroe.
He
played
is
for-
behind Darnold in Seattle. In Seattle,
I'm
he
thinking.
is behind
I'm
Darnold.
thinking that he still played for Minnesota. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Nah,
Darnold, you're right.
Jalen Milroe, the kid from Alabama,
Yeah.
is sitting there behind Darnold.
I know
Darnold
he's
ain't
waiting for him to just.
Darnold ain't that established, bro. He ain't that established.
And you know
man.
what? He don't never play a whole year.
He might be the sleeper.
He don't
For
never
real,
play a
bro.
whole year.
Yeah,
That might be.
he might be the sleeper, man.
I mean, that'd be a good reason why you would give up Geno. Like, you know what? We got another.
But I thought that would be the reason why they would keep Geno, so that Geno you can cater his style. I feel like he matched more Geno. Well, Geno ain't never been no runner either.
No,
He ain't never been
Geno
no
ain't never
runner.
been a runner.
He ain't never been no runner.
So, OBJ. OBJ's been said to want to come back to the Giants for one more year to retire. Would you let him back? Like, with everything that's transpired, would you let OBJ back in the locker room just to be a Giant for one more year?
No,
Knowing
I feel like he don't care for the game, and I mean, what a person doing in the offseason is one thing, but the way he was carrying himself, like, nah, I don't think he really caring, to tell you the truth, and he ain't really been putting up nothing.
How you feel?
I don't. One more year, I think we could handle him on the team for one more year this year. I mean, just because I think he's more humble than what he has been.
I feel like if he coming back to retire, it don't make no difference.
Yeah, whether
Just
you
let him
play or
come
not.
back. Yeah, let him come back. If he coming
But I don't-
back to retire, let him.
I don't think it would be cool to take Jalen Hyatt number though. Now,
no.
now that he already got the number 13, I don't think that.
Well, what you let him come back to retire for then?
So
You
this
know
is
what I mean?
like, this is
Touche.
like-
You know what I mean? So you might as well nip it in the bud then.
It's like nah, just
Nah.
nah.
if you run in a restaurant, you
Nah.
gonna let somebody come back to cook, or you gonna let them come back just sit in the restaurant? You be like, they just sitting here, they ain't helping with production.
OBJ, I don't feel like OBJ. A lot of people say OBJ was the Giants' best
He
wide
got
receiver.
plenty of other options.
I don't think OBJ was the best wide receiver for the Giants.
You don't think he the best?
I don't think he was the best wide receiver for the Giants ever.
Y'all had a lot of receivers. That's a tall order.
But when OBJ, when he was on the boat, you know, doing his little thing, was
Man,
he in New York on the boat?
that's what
He
was what pissed me off.
He went on the boat.
Then y'all
in
went
New
out
York,
there and
you know what I'm
froze
saying?
in the Super Bowl. Y'all froze.
Right.
Man, so
OBJ, I don't feel like you got to go to New York. Why? What's the significance of going to New York?
Yeah,
'Cause
what's
that's
the
where he started.
I mean, that's where he
Is that
started.
who drafted him?
He never wanted to leave. I mean,
He ain't never want to leave.
He never
my
wanted to
thing,
leave.
my thing is, you got the ring. Just sail off into the blue. Just go ahead and retire and
Yeah.
sail off into the blue.
I don't know. I think that.
I would let him. I would let him retire, but I'm kind of on the number 13. Like I know it ain't that important, but
It ain't
it's kind of
important.
like that.
Yeah, you still want somebody to bring some type of production to your team. You know what I'm saying?
He
You
just
bring
gonna be
somebody
taking up a
else,
roster spot though.
You know, yeah, just
Yeah, true.
I mean, because
if you're not playing, then what is you really
Yeah.
doing?
so what they got the who y'all receivers? The Giants. Y'all got the young kid that was
We
there,
got Slayton. We got Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors.
And Slayton.
We got Wandale Robinson. We got damn.
You think OBJ can come in there and be productive?
That's my thing with OBJ. I don't know. We always think he can be productive.
I mean,
It's-
usually when
I
he pop
know-
up, he's productive.
My thing is, I know we're not getting the old OBJ, but can you be productive? I mean, he won a Rams a Super Bowl,
He trying
and
to
he only
come
played
time.
a half a game. So,
Yeah, I mean, maybe he have a spark for y'all. He go out on top.
but I mean, you seen him in Miami last year. He didn't do shit. He was just a distraction.
Miami was a
Distraction.
Miami fell apart last year though.
yeah, accident prone. You know, so, well, you know, when you got them left
There's a
hand,
team of handicaps last
you know what I'm
year.
saying? And the tour is just like it was messed up. But he had the fastest receivers, but they got to understand the quarterback got to deliver the
Miami could be a really good team if
feel
they
so
had a
bad
good
for
quarterback, man.
They got a good quarterback. They just he can't stay on the
can't
field.
stay on the field. That's
Tua
what I'm
is
saying.
an amazing quarterback.
Yeah,
he
he
is.
really is.
He see everything.
Yeah.
He see everything.
But he feel everything.
I think Tyreek Hill's done with this.
Didn't he
shit.
get through last year though without getting hurt?
No, he got hurt last
Tua
year.
got hurt.
At the end?
No, in the middle.
Damn.
When
man.
they needed him the most.
Yeah, Tua.
I thought he got through. I thought he played. What was it, a year
They
before he
picked
got
up
through
that
the whole
one
year?
quarterback the Ravens had that one
He
year.
had the scariest injury ever, man.
And then he keep on getting it. So
he
why?
keep on getting it.
Man, if I was Miami, I'd have drafted Shador so fast.
If I'm him though, you got to make a business decision at some point in time. Your life, like I wonder how his family feel about that going out there.
I mean,
how do the coach feel about calling certain stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm about to get him.
maybe he need to wear one of them puff things on his helmet. Them big,
Halo helmets.
Yeah.
And
Them
every
things
time
are
you think about
crazy.
it, it's gonna take you back to
But
the
it's saving.
old. It's gonna take you back to the old version of Rocky. They're gonna kill you, Rocky. It's a tool thing. He gonna go out there. He left-handed anyway.
As far as quarterbacks,
Like,
though,
ooh-wee.
he could easily be. I mean, if he could stay on the field and he got the right receivers and everything like that, their offense was humming when he was healthy. He could easily be top 3, 4 quarterbacks in the league, stat wise. I mean, he could easily be that.
Okay. So we got our jersey rundowns. We're gonna run down our jerseys before the night end.
What number we on?
We on number 20. Chill, if you want to participate, if you can think of any players, most famous players, most known players for these jersey numbers, tell us who you got.
One Detroit Lions, what you call?
Barry
Sanders.
Sanders. I actually got
20.
Barry Sanders for the most popular number
As soon as
20.
I hear the number 20,
Yeah, that's the first number that come to mind.
That's the first person for that number there. That's just it.
Bro, you got somebody
You took mine. I mean, obviously, I was gonna say Barry Sanders. I think
popular.
all of us grew up watching Barry Sanders. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones though.
See, let's go for the 21 then. 21, who you got, bro?
Prime time.
I got the same thing.
Prime time. What you mean?
I would take LaDainian Tomlinson as well if we were talking about it.
But nah, he ain't mess with Prime though.
I would take Dominique Wilkins as well. That Dominique Wilkins ran hard.
This got some legends. This
21 is
21
is a big
24,
number.
25.
Yeah,
got some
this
legends.
is some heavy hitters. That's why it was easy to do this one a little bit from the tippy toe. So, 21, you got
Basically the same thing. And then who in 22? I'm trying to think. That was Dallas Cowboys.
that's why I took Emmitt Smith.
And
Smith,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
the-
It's
Emmitt
like them
Smith.
20s, yeah. It's them
It's
20s.
It wasn't 22 was kind of hard.
Who else you got for number 22?
That's the only one I got.
That's what I'm saying. Too easy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's other 22s out there, but he was just the most.
What you got coming up over there? You got some.
Slow.
Oh, you got some 22s.
Yeah, that 22 was kind of hard.
22.
Look, 23 go.
Number 1, they got Ricky Henderson,
Ooh.
baseball.
Yeah.
See?
Let me see who else.
This 44 caliber killer right here.
I'm just saying,
Clyde
dude.
Drexler.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I slept on that.
Clyde,
Hey
Portland
man,
Trail
worst
Blazers.
thing happened to him was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you're right.
22.
Yeah.
Me 23.
23.
Look
And for 23, I got MJ.
MJ, man. Who else you gonna go?
MJ.
Yeah,
You
you
got anybody?
gotta go.
Harold Miner.
I thought you was gonna go LeBron.
The number.
I thought you was gonna go LeBron, man. What
No,
happened?
the number. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So LeBron got to take the number 6.
It ain't about. I like him as the person, but the number is gonna always be him.
Okay.
You know, that, now we talking about
That's
the jersey.
what we
now.
talking about now.
We talking about the jersey
that's
now.
what we
No,
talking about.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? The jersey now.
That sounds like the same argument. Two
Nah,
different ways, man.
Nah, it's something different. We
So-
talking about some clothing.
Oh.
I want to put on a jersey. I want to put on the MJ. I want to put on that
So
MJ. That's what I grew up with. That's what I grew up
So
with.
everybody want to be associated with the king, but none of them want to acknowledge the king. That's the real king over there.
Everybody.
The king don't even want to
respects-
take a picture with you and I.
Listen, everybody respects the king.
Yeah.
But everybody feared the GOAT.
The GOAT, Thanos.
The GOAT Thanos.
I can give him all them names and all
But
that.
he still would. Look, he,
No. But yeah, the jersey though, yeah, I'm going to go for
24. What you got for 24? What,
I mean, that's Kobe, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
I
That's
took
what I said.
Kobe. I took Kobe.
It's
Now,
too
25, it was hard. And I had to narrow it down to a couple people. I thought this was interesting.
Just honorable mention, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays.
24?
Yeah, King Griffey Jr.
King Griffey.
Oh,
yep.
the baseball king.
Yeah, I should have known that. I should have
Yeah.
known that.
I got a Griffey jersey too.
I should have known that.
His shoes was kind of hard too, them grips when they came out.
That was really hard.
Yeah, they
sure.
I got a
really
pair
was.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really was.
25. Santa Claus. No, I'm just playing.
25.
Like 25.
Something coming to me.
See the
Mark
name.
Price. Y'all remember Mark
Mark
Price?
Price, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hey, he was a
I
dog.
knew you would know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike hit that.
He's a.
He hit the.
Oh, like Mark Price with the little.
Yeah,
little
right. He
stand
like
yeah,
Gatorade
Mark Price,
commercials
yeah.
there, huh? Hey, y'all probably the inventors of Powerade, huh?
Hey, you know what colors? You know what colors they used to wear back then?
What colors?
Orange and blue.
Yeah,
Orange and blue skies, huh? You look familiar?
Yeah.
Oh
They did.
man.
They
You know
did.
who else wear that?
You got one?
The Knicks who lost last round. That's who wear that.
Yeah, 25, Robert
Yeah.
Ory.
Robert Ory, 25.
Yeah,
I like
25,
that.
Robert Ory.
Yeah. Many rings. That, hey.
26,
Hold on. 25, y'all leaving out
Doc
Barry
Rivers.
Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
What about Doc
Baseball.
Rivers?
I ain't know what numbers Barry. I
just
thought
said
Barry
that.
Bonds like number. I guess
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose for the Knicks.
They got Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, because Derrick Rose was 5 for the Bulls, so yeah, he had to be
Yeah, 'cause
25
he-
for the.
Mark McGuire.
Mark
Mark
McGuire.
McGuire.
Oh, steroid Mark McGuire.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, that boy was pumped. Him and Sammy
Man.
Sosa had the run of a lifetime, didn't they?
They
Oh,
did.
man.
That was the tradition. That was like a home run. That was the first home run competition I ever paid attention
Yeah,
to.
that's what made me watch baseball a little bit. That right there.
I remember that year they kept on announcing like every time Mark McGuire hit a home run, they were like, that was number 44. Then they were like, Sammy Sosa
They
just
was
hit
going
number
back and forth.
45.
Yeah.
That had me watching baseball that year.
Yeah,
Maybe baseball should go back to doing that.
And they both was on the juice.
And they were juiced.
Juiced up.
They both was on the juice.
And then
It was a
Bonds came right
different time.
behind him and said, hold on, I'm about to give me some light.
And he was on the juice too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wasn't what number?
Allegedly on the juice.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Number 26,
Who you got?
Saquon.
I already knew you were gonna say Saquon.
I can't even remember. That's the only thing I can come up because you got baseball. Because I can't even think of the numbers of the baseball players.
Saquon the most one. Most recently that I can think of. I mean, that anybody gonna know. I know a few others.
It was
but-
kind of hard. I thought it were a couple people, but I can't really just. It wasn't really just showing up. So I was like, yeah, Barkley, that's a good one.
So how you feel about the Giants afterlife without Saquon?
I feel like we got some rebuilding to do. I seen my number 27 at mini camp, at OTA camp, talking to Giants, beefing them up, getting them ready for next year. And I'm really confident that Tyrone Tracy can take on the same role that my man Josh Jacobs had while he was there. Josh Jacobs, number 27. Look him up if you don't know who he is.
I don't.
Beast of an animal.
I'm gonna look.
Josh Jacobs used to go into the game intentionally to hurt somebody.
Oh, so
Josh Jacobs used to go in the
hitman.
game. Yeah, Josh Jacobs used to go in the game and say, I wonder who's going to get a headache first.
I don't like the name Josh Jacobs right now, man. I'm a Raiders fan. We lost a very important.
I might be saying, I'm saying Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's the running
are you
back.
trying to me
That's
right
the
now?
running back. Brandon
You trying to torment me.
Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon
I'm like, you
Jacobs.
trying to torment my life right now? I thought you was trying to be funny.
I might have just blessed Josh Jacobs to have an awesome running career this year.
He already is going to
If he
have
can
it.
run anything like Brandon Jacobs, he's going to be a beast.
27.
That was Brandon Jacobs.
I don't got one for 27.
Mine, 27.
I don't got one.
I got an honorable mention for number 22. I was thinking about this one in the car.
For number 20?
Yeah. Allen Houston, New York
Allen
Knicks.
Houston, I like it.
That was one of my favorite
Shooter.
Knicks.
Oh, yeah,
That was one of my
Allen.
favorite
Yeah.
Knicks
He had a clip.
teams
Yeah.
ever.
What was Stark? It was a
3?
Yeah, I was about to say it was a small number.
Yeah.
Small number.
27, David Ortiz.
Oh, Big Poppy.
Big Poppy Ortiz.
Okay.
That's number 1.
Probably on Juice, too.
Oh, man. You probably
Them
sound
baseball
like a
players,
hater.
man. Them baseball players, you got to watch. You probably on Juice right now. You got this
wow.
baseball
Man,
jersey
you know
on.
how
You juiced up.
Listen, man. You know how many games they play?
So that's an excuse.
You might need a little juice.
Ooh, Eddie George.
Eddie George, number 27. Y'all slept on Eddie George.
Oh,
I don't believe
Ah,
y'all.
so
I would say that's
I don't believe y'all, man. I
Eddie
had
George.
somebody. Y'all over here, somebody y'all. But for 28, I took Chris Johnson, Tennessee Titans.
Surrett.
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Yeah, but he was a beast when he played.
He really was.
I
He
met
really
him
was.
at
He
that
was
draft.
quick.
I met Chris Johnson downtown one year.
I met him at the draft. He was bigger than what I thought he was.
Yeah.
He surprised me.
Chris Johnson was a beast of a running back here in
He
Nashville.
was
Yeah,
getting
he
all the
was.
love. You know who else was there?
Who?
And ain't nobody know who he was? What's his name? Came from USC.
Reggie Bush.
No, the other one, Lindell White, used to be.
Yeah, the Titans running back.
Lightning and Thunder.
Real story.
25.
Real story. We all sat there. We out there. He out there signing autographs, Chris Johnson and everything like that. And I got it on my Snapchat. Lindell White, he's out there looking like a regular hood nigga out there chilling. Ain't nobody even know who he was. Mm-hmm. I seen him. He was like, yeah, you don't know who I am? And I said the wrong name. He was like, nah, man, it's on my Snapchat. He was like, nah, man, I'm the other running back. I was like, damn. I was like, can you still sign this for me though? Like, can you still sign this? But he was for real, he was a beast though.
He was like the Geico guy, like, you don't even know my name.
Nobody did though. He was standing on the patio. Nobody was talking to him.
Now Lindell White was a beast of a
monster. Nobody knew what he looked like.
Marshall Faulk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Marshall Faulk was
number one is soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo.
I should have had Adrian Peterson. I got Adrian Peterson.
I should have had Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, Marshall.
That's my favorite running back all time.
Marshall Faulk was a beast of a running back. Like he caught the ball, run the ball. He had the same amount of rushing yards as he had catching yards.
Yeah, that's my favorite running back all time.
Receiving yards,
hands down. He was a monster.
Number 29. You got anybody for number 29? I thought this was one of the hardest numbers right here.
I don't got nobody, man. I ain't even gonna hold you.
29.
29. Who you got? I know you did your work.
I hate to say this team, but I took DeMarco Murray. That was the only 29 that really kept popping up in my head.
Cowboys.
Yeah. He started off as a good Cowboys player, a good Cowboys running back. Got traded to the Eagles, but then once he got traded, it's like...
It was nice for the Eagles.
It's like some teams that... You ever see some players when they get traded to a team, they just ain't the same player? Like, they don't even perform the same.
Yeah, you see that.
The Eagles always get a good running back, I feel like, on the low.
They know how to find them.
Who?
They know how to find them.
Saquon or
Murray?
No. They had another cold boy. On his podcast, he swear he's the greatest running back of all time.
Oh,
LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
McCoy. Who you doing? McCoy or Saquon? Shady was nice.
They both.
Shady was nice.
Listen, they both nice, but my personal preference, I would go Barkley because he got a little bit more weight on him.
Okay. I don't know.
But LaShawn McCoy was doing exactly what Barkley do now.
That's what I'm saying.
But he just wasn't jumping over people.
That was a great play.
Some speed.
But I mean, if you really look at it, they both kind of get hurt a lot. They both get hurt kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. That's a good question
I would take Barkley.
That's a good question. I mean, he in your face right now.
So that's a good question for the viewers out there. If you had to choose LaShawn McCoy or Saquon Barkley, who would you take? Mm-hmm. Good question.
I like that question, man. What you think? I want to ask LaShawn McCoy now. You think you better than Saquon? You know what he gonna say?
What you got?
He gonna say, man, I dog Saquon.
Yeah. He be talking shit like he's the best running back in the planet.
Everybody, he think he the best.
Hey, he told, he's like, you know, I gave you that work. I gave you that work.
He be running them stats down too, though. He be backing it up most times.
So your football team this year,
what
do you see them doing, man?
Why you ask like that? You ask so humble. What do I see the Raiders doing?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
In your pocket
Raiders. I think that will be better than expected, but still we in a tough ass division. I think our division gonna be dog this year, just to be real.
Yeah.
Who
you got in the division?
We got the Broncos. I think the Bo Nix looked too good last year, and their defense is hella nice. We got the Chargers. The Chargers is nice. And we got that other team over there.
Yeah, I was just asking you to see if you were gonna say it. I ain't know.
Our division is crazy, but I think that we will be better.
Think y'all make the playoffs?
No.
Chill, you got a favorite?
Not really, but I'm still Chiefs though. I like Patrick Mahomes. That line get straight.
We got to start vetting these guests a little bit more when they come on our show, man. We got to start vetting these guests.
Hey,
you a Chiefs fan?
So I'm a Mahomes fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Mahomes.
Even worse.
And then if we get
Chiefs to the Super Bowl,
if we get Tyreek Hill back again. Cause Xavier,
he's that weak.
Yeah, you know when you
see me,
your team,
he is involved himself. He's,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
Hey,
sheesh.
that guy been bringing me some money. You know that guy make he thrills the game. He thrills the game for me. You know what I'm saying?
So
wish he was a little bit
So
healthier.
look, we didn't have a chance to have you on
I hate to see him
last
coming,
week.
man.
Who do you pick for the Super Bowl this year? If you had to pick a Super Bowl
It's
this year,
a lot of teams because everybody got some heat. I ain't gonna lie.
listen. If you pick the right team, and we run this series back, this episode back, if you pick the right team, you get $100. Who do you pick for the Super Bowl right now?
Do I get a pick?
Right now,
No, you
I'm saying
Oh,
that
shit.
the Chiefs they gonna come back with redemption
Wait,
and they gonna.
You got the Chiefs
Wait, I
playing
gotta
who?
pay?
The Chiefs playing who?
It don't matter who they play.
No, I'm saying we need a Super Bowl
You said
prediction
the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs gonna win it all.
Excuse me, sir.
pick. The Chiefs on the field.
No,
Chiefs on the
man.
field.
Chiefs on the field.
It
They
don't even
winning.
matter who else it be.
All right.
They're not even gonna get out this year. They're not gonna be.
They
there
gonna
this
come
year.
out.
sound-
They was barely
you
winning.
sound like you don't even-
They barely won last year and made it to the Super Bowl. So if they fix up, they get that.
So you like the Chiefs this year?
Oh yeah, been liking them been liking them.
You think this is the last year for Kelsey?
I think it may be. Tell you the truth.
So you think he's still gonna have that dominance this year? Because really,
They
when
just
you
bring
look at
somebody else.
really
See,
when
they
you
got
look at
another
him,
tight end. You really ain't got a Kelsey just a distraction to tell you the truth. You know what
No,
I'm
he
saying?
ain't
That's what
no
they bring him in
distraction.
for. They don't long as them running backs
Kelsey-
is up in there and he got them wide receivers in that line.
Tell you
Kelsey
think-
got crazy
That's
ball
it.
skills. He ain't no distraction.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's a good thing though. His strike, cause they
I
still
like when
gonna.
I like when you get them props.
You know what I'm saying? They still gonna be
He
like,
Ohio
we
boy. I
got
give him props.
You know what I'm saying? So
He a Cincinnati boy
So Chiefs over everybody. Super Bowl.
Chiefs over
or a
everybody.
Cleveland boy. I mean, but he played at Cincinnati. The Chiefs. I'm not even acknowledging that, man.
All right. You got anything else you want to
Man.
say?
Down go Chiefs.
You got any other stats you want to give out?
It's no stats. Just look at who's been there.
Okay.
I like that in you.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna wrap up this episode of Sidelines. My man Noble,
Hey,
my man King Me,
Hey, we did it.
Chill. See y'all next week.
Everybody be cool. Everybody be blessed. Let's go.
For real.